Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to another candle review. Next, we are going to tackle another candle that I just recently received from HomeWorx. This is from their new Simply collection. So in full disclosure, I did have one of these vanilla candles sent to me as PR. Also, HomeWorx sent me the sandalwood. I also placed an order with HomeWorx, and I actually purchased, I think it was like 2 or 3 of these vanilla scents myself. The sale that they were having was pretty decent, so I decided to partake. If you are at all new to my channel, I love anything vanilla. Vanilla is kind of one of those great scents to have that you can really literally pair with anything, whether it's a gourmand, a floral, or even like a fresh spa-like scent. I just think vanilla goes with everything. So I kind of figured it would be nice to have a couple of these just very basic candles on hand to have to mix with other candles that I have from either HomeWorx or Kringle or Bath & Body Works or whatever. So I had some really high hopes, which is obviously why I ended up purchasing a couple myself, even though I knew that I had one of the vanillas already coming to me. So let me tell you though, this is probably one of my biggest disappointments with HomeWorx this spring. This is probably my least favorite vanilla candle that I've ever had in my house. This Simply collection is meant to be a very basic, straightforward type of fragrance collection, right? Like there's not anything exotic or fancy happening here, which is fine. I love basic scents, and with vanilla, almost like the more basic, the better for me with vanilla. But I figured, since the description here was, and I'm going to read it from the front of the, I realize you can't see it, but I'll read it. This says, a tempting combination of vanillas from around the world, Madagascar, Tahiti, and Indonesia, are blended to create a sensory experience that is pure, simple, and comforting. So that just screams perfect to me. You know, maybe like 3 different types of vanillas blended together to create something that is just essentially the ultimate vanilla, right? Well, unfortunately, when I got this and I smelled it on cold sniff, what it smelled like to me was, if you've ever gotten, as a kid, or if you have children, if you've purchased a baby doll and they have that kind of vanilla plasticky smell to them. I don't know what causes that. I'm sure it's just some weird scent that they add in with the plastic when they're mixing it. I don't know. But I mean, if you're from the 80s, you remember the strawberry shortcake dolls and stuff. They all had that strawberry scent to them, right? But it was super, super artificial. So in the past, I've purchased Stella some baby dolls. She doesn't play with them anymore. Sad. That phase went by real fast for her. But you know, she had some baby dolls and they had this kind of weird plasticky vanilla scent to them. And as soon as I stuck my nose in the candle, I was like, oh my God, this smells like those baby dolls. Just super, super artificial. So then I thought, well, maybe once I light it, it'll warm up and come to life. And you can see here by where I'm at, this is where the candle is. I am past the halfway point. And nowhere in this first half of the candle has it smelled like anything other than exactly what it smells like on cold sniff. It is a very bizarre plastic vanilla scent that is just really unappealing. And you're probably like, why do you keep burning it? Because I just keep hoping that at some point, maybe I come across a pocket of what this is actually intended to be. I don't know what went wrong here, because this whole Simply collection really appealed to me. I also got the coconut. Now the coconut smells much more authentic on cold sniff. I haven't started burning that one. And the sandalwood is actually really quite nice on cold sniff. I hope it doesn't turn once I light it, but it's kind of frustrating because I expected this to really be my favorite. And and it's just not. This is the first time that I would say definitely skip this. Especially if you are a vanilla lover, I just think you're gonna get a lot of disappointment when you stick your nose in this. And to boot, the strength and the throw is some of the lowest from this spring so far. So I'm gonna put the strength of this at about a 3 when I can smell it, which is usually when I'm standing around the island here where it has been burning. It's not super strong. I've really honestly been using it more for like ambiance in the kitchen than anything else. Yeah, it just, and the throw also, I have to be around this kitchen island to be able to smell it. So it's just a letdown in a lot of different ways, and that's a bummer. I hope that this collection maybe gets another shot in the future, because I would like to see a wonderful basic vanilla that performs really well and is something that I can pair with whatever else I'm burning, and to have it just be a beautiful complement, right? Like, I just love vanilla so much because it is great at buffering scents that are a little too astringent or too floral or sometimes even too gourmand. It just kind of tones things down and makes them more pleasant a lot of times. And I'm just not getting that from this at all. And so, yeah, this one is not only gonna get one thumb down for, it's like, it's getting 2 thumbs down, you guys. It's just not, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the other 2 that I have. I don't think I'm gonna burn them. I don't even think I'm gonna gift them, only because I just don't think if I gifted this to someone, they would be like, oh wow, this is amazing. A lot of times when I have gifted Homeworx candles in the past, and I gift a lot of Homeworx candles to people, they've been like, oh my gosh, this is like the most amazing candle I've ever smelled. I love this candle. Where can I buy this? Like they always follow up with, where can I get more of this? And I just don't think that someone is going to say to me, where can I get more of this? So I think what I'm going to do is, I do have a little emergency kit that has, water, food. We live in the Pacific Northwest. I do have a very basic like emergency food and first aid and, kit, whatever you want to call it. So this would be great if there was a blackout. It would provide some light. But that's about it. It's not going to go beyond that. So yeah, you guys, I would say skip this one. Now, let me burn the other 2 and review those before I just say skip the whole collection. I do really like the coconut on cold sniff, and I do really actually like the sandalwood on cold sniff. So provided that the performance is a little bit better, if it's at least where we are with the usual spring candle strength and throw, those I think would probably be worth checking out. So I have my fingers crossed. I'll probably be reviewing those next week at some point. I still have a number of Homeworx candles that I have to get through in terms of reviews. They're coming. I lit this one up first because I was honestly just so curious to see if it would transform at all, and it just doesn't. And then also another thing I want to say about this one is the wicks get really heavy mushroom tops, and it's not sooting at all. Like, I'm not seeing soot on the side of the jar, but I feel like that carbon residue is falling into the wax and discoloring it. So I do want to give you just a really quick overhead shot. Hopefully you can see like some of that darkness, right? You can see there's not really any discoloration on the sides of the jar, but there definitely is on the wax there. And so yeah, I don't know if that's adding to that kind of yucky scent. Probably not, because like I said, it smells like it does on cold sniff while it's burning. So anyway, I hate to like be a Debbie Downer, but I also don't want to send you guys over to Homeworx and have you buy something that you're ultimately going to be disappointed in. So this is one I would not recommend. I hope this review was helpful. Give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you're new, and stay tuned for more candle reviews. Take care. Toodaloo.